Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Taylor. I'm usually a mommy vlogger, which you might know if you looked at my other videos or just by the sound of my son in the background right now. But I'm sure you can tell from the title that this is not a baby video. It is a recipe tutorial. So if you want to know how to make black bean brownies, then stick around or check out the down bar because I will put the recipe down there since I didn't come up with the recipe. I found it when I was pregnant with him. I wanted to find something that had protein in it, which it does from the black beans. It's gluten-free, which my mom can eat, and it's dairy-free, which makes it easier on my stomach and just like better for you in general. So it's a great recipe, and I hope that you like it. It's not that well filmed. I'm not a professional, so there are probably like puppy paws going by, people's feet going by, but hopefully you will get the gist of it, and hopefully you will make it and love it as much as my family does. Okay, so let's get right into it. So for this recipe, you're going to need 1 15-ounce can of black beans, rinsed and drained, 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of oil, vegetable or coconut, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of coffee grounds, optional though, and 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So after you've preheated your oven to 375, the next thing you're going to do is just grab those black beans, and you can either put them in a food processor to blend them up, or if you're like me, just grab a fork and mash them up yourself. And I like to mash them up very well. It doesn't really say in the recipe how much, but I figure you don't actually want any chunks to be sticking out in your brownies because you want them to taste like regular brownies. Then you're going to want to put together the mashed up bean paste you made with your 3 eggs, your vanilla extract, and your oil, and I chose to use coconut oil for mine. Then you're going to want to mix it up, and it's going to look pretty gross, not gonna lie. Then you'll want to grab a different bowl and mix up all your dry ingredients. This includes your cocoa powder, your sugar, your baking powder, your salt, and your coffee grounds. And I also just add the chocolate chips into this. It says to add them at the very end, but I'm a rebel, so just mix it all together. So next you're going to grab your dry ingredients and mix them into your wet ingredients, and I like to do this a little bit at a time because if you put all the dry ingredients in, it kind of puffs up into the air and you breathe in some of it. Then you're going to grease up either an 8x8 or a 9x9 pan and just add everything into that carefully. And pop that into your oven for 40 minutes. And once that's done cooking, I like to just separate it from the edge before it cools off. And this part isn't actually in the recipe, but I like to take some powdered sugar and just tap it over the top of it to make it look extra pretty. And then when you come back to them after they've cooled, you can cut them up, and don't really worry about cutting them evenly, you're just going to eat them soon anyways. So there you have it, some brownies that you don't have to feel too bad about eating. You can just say they have protein in them. So if you enjoyed this recipe, give it a thumbs up so I know, and if you make them, come back to the comment section and leave a comment telling me how much you like them. Thank you!